Good afternoon, Paranerds. I hope your day is going absolutely splendid, and I welcome you back to the 31 Days of Halloween. That's right, 31 days of my favorite horror films brought to you. And today we're talking about
You don't really know much about Halloween. Halloween. The barriers will be down between the real and the unreal. And the dead might be looking in. The last great one took place 3,000 years ago when the hills ran red.
Halloween, the children.
You happen to know anything about this Cochran?
All I can tell you, mister, is watch out.
Season
He's watching you, friend, I guarantee you that.
Trick or treat, trick or treat.
Hey, Mr. Cochran, just what is the final process?
Fellas, I was just kidding.
Witchcraft. To us, it was a way of controlling our environment.
Hey!
Where are they taking her?
They're taking her to the factory.
I want a mask. Can I have a mask?
Just what I had in mind for you, little buddy. Why, Cocker? Why? Do I need a reason?
I've got nothing here to indicate there was ever a body at all.
Operator, this is an emergency.
I do love a good joke, and this is the best ever. A joke on the children. I'm glad you'll be able to watch it.
You've got to believe me!
They're going to kill us. All of us.
Stop it!
Halloween.
The world's going to change tonight, Doctor. Happy Halloween.
Stop it!
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, the night no one comes home.
Season of the witch.
Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. It is a 1980s horror film starring Tom Atkins as Daniel Chalice, Stacey Nelkin as Ellie Grimbridge, and Dan O'Herlihy, I knew I was going to screw that name up, and Dan O'Herlihy as Connell Cochran, directed by Tommy Lee Wallace, and of course with an amazing score by John Carpenter. So, Halloween 3, is it another Michael Myers slasher? No, it is not. Season of the Witch is about Daniel Chalice, a doctor in a Northern California hospital, who treats a scared old man named Harry Grimbridge, who screams, "They're going to kill us! They're going to kill us all!" while clutching the Halloween mask from the #1 best-selling Silver Shamrock Mask Company. Later, Daniel is shocked when, later that night, Harry is murdered in his hospital bed, and Daniel goes running after the killer, only to see him walk calmly to his car and blow himself up. Okay. With his curiosity piqued, especially when Harry's daughter, Ellie, arrives and tells Daniel that Harry was scared ever since he tried looking into the origins of the masks because they were selling so fast he wanted to do pre-orders for next year, but they weren't doing pre-orders for next year. You would think if this is the #1 selling mask company, you'd start pre-orders for the next Halloween, right? So Daniel and Ellie decide to go to Santa Maria, the home of the Silver Shamrock Company, to uncover what happened, and horrified to find out that the owner of the mask company, Connell Cochran, is planning to use the masks and some black magic as one great Halloween prank on the children. A great Halloween trick on the children, he says, when they are wearing the mask that comes Halloween. What's going to happen? As time draws near on Halloween night, Daniel must stop Cochran from sending the signal out to activate the masks, as only he can do, just if he can get out of Cochran huge factory out alive, and it's gigantic. He's got to fight his way out of this thing. It's fantastic. Here we go again with fantastic. I don't know why I say fantastic all the time. Anyways, great movie, so much fun. Let's do some behind the scenes facts about this movie because there's quite a few, and I really want to talk about this movie. London Bridge is Falling Down was chosen as the Silver Shamrock jingle because, of course, it was in public domain, and that jingle will never leave your head. 3 more days till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 3 more days till Halloween, Silver Shamrock will never leave your head. I had to do it. It's an earworm. It's going to be stuck in your head now. You're welcome. At around the hour and 19 minutes, it took over 40 takes to get the shot when Tom Atkins throws a skull mask on a security camera to block it. It took 40 takes. And why did it take 40 takes? Because Tommy Lee Wallace revealed during the cast's 2015 reunion that before the shoot, Tom just playfully tossed the mask and it caught on the very first try. It wasn't recording. So after that, it took 40 takes of Tom Atkins just throwing this fucking mask up. Can you imagine that? First time, bloop, got it. Are you kidding me? Then they had to keep doing it over and over and over. Oh, that's so great. This film is included on film critic Roger Ebert's most hated list. A lot of people hate this film. I don't get it. It's so great. Well, we'll get into that a little bit later. I know why. Based on Chalice's ingenious attack on Cochrane's henchmen in the final admittance area, it can be determined that the Stonehenge implanted... God damn it, the script is bouncing all over the place. I apologize. The Stonehenge implanted trademark chips combined with the magic pumpkin. It doesn't affect his robots. Yes, they're fucking robots, dude. Like, why am I calling y'all dude? That was weird. They're fucking robots. His henchmen, like, you see all these people around here like, oh, they're all in on it. They're all going to die too. No, they're fucking robots. Like, he built robots. But where little Buddy Cupfer's head became, that's one of the most iconic scenes in the movie when he's wearing the mask. The little kid is wearing the mask, and they're watching the Silver Shamrock Jingle. All of a sudden you see him, he's all, and all of a sudden his face melts, and all these insects and snakes ooze out, and the toxic magic kills his parents because that's what's happening in this movie. Everyone's gonna die. Oh my god, Halloween, everyone's gonna die. The night no one came home. It doesn't have the same effect on the robots because they were just stunned and deactivated. They just were like, boop, boop, boop. That's it. That's all that happened to them. Actress Stacey Nelkin, who plays Ellie, she had never seen the first 2 Halloween movies. But she took the role because she loved the character of Ellie so much. So she said, well, I got this role. I should probably watch the first 2. Not realizing this film had nothing to do with Halloween and Halloween 2. But hey, that's fine. We'll get into that. Of course, the first Halloween is a classic, but we'll get into that. Sorry. So, I mean, it's unfortunate. At least she got some exposure to some great movies. During a panel at the 2013's 35 Years of Terror Halloween Convention in Pasadena, California, Tommy Lee Wallace was asked by the moderator to explain, as the sole credited screenwriter, the connection between Stonehenge, son of a bitch, the connection between Stonehenge, Ireland robots, and laser beams that both melt flesh and conjure bugs and snakes from a human body. Wallace's entire response was, "It's magic, man." Enough said. This is my personal favorite Halloween movie. Yes, the original is classic. Michael Myers, John Carpenter, a classic Halloween movie. But I like slashers, don't get me wrong. I'm more of a... Oh, I'm a weirdo. Like, I like the weird horror movies, and this is a weird horror movie. Like, it's not about necessarily, like, a masked killer. It's about magic and witchcraft. Well, they say season of the witch. Witchcraft is used for good. It's not used for this evil stuff. That's a whole nother spiel we'll get along down the road on the channel. Witchcraft gets a bad name, unfortunately. We'll talk about that later in the channel. It's my personal favorite Halloween movie because it's so much fun. It's Tom Atkins. How do you not love Tom Atkins? I mean, fucking-tastic actor. Some of the greatest movies he's been in. The greatest horror movies he's been in. It's got killer masks, magic, and of course, a very Carpenter-esque score. And it is a great score. If I didn't get a copyright... If I would try and play the score, I might get a copyright claim. We might do just a little bit of it, just so you can kind of hear it, because it is... It's Carpenter, man. He's fucking awesome. It's John Carpenter, people. Enough said. This movie is well acted, brilliant direction by Tommy Lee Wallace, a great story, again with an amazing score, and awesome practical effects. And what I mean by the practical effects is not just the masks. The masks look phenomenal. Especially when his face is melting and all of a sudden the snakes and the bugs come out and all that. The robots. They did a great job with. I mean, yeah, they're human actors, but when they get injured and certain things happen to them, it looks awesome. And I love practical effects. Like, and I know the big blockbusters, Avengers, Godzilla, stuff like that, they use CGI nowadays, and I understand why. But you just can't. Practical effects will always have a special place in my heart. Always. And there will be a bunch of movies coming up that feature some great practical effects and some not great practical effects, but still are done very well. But they'll always have a special fit. They will always have a special place in my heart. Now, I highly recommend you get the Scream Factory version of Halloween 3 because the HD transfer on this is beautiful. It's fantastic. The special features, I'm going to go through just a few of them. The audio commentary with writer-director Tommy Lee Wallace is fascinating. Audio commentary with actor Tom Atkins himself. The man himself. I want to meet Tom Atkins so bad. I have like 14 Blu Rays I need him to sign. Anyway, sorry. Standalone, The Making of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, featuring interviews with director Tommy Wallace, actors Tom Atkins, Stacey Nelkin, Brad Schachter, stunt coordinator Dick Warlock, executive producer Irwin Yalbins, and director of photography Dean Cudney. There's some great documentaries on this, some great audio commentaries. Just if you find this, buy it. It's worth the money, trust me. I love Scream Factory. I cannot get enough Scream Factory stuff. They do such a great job. They're one of the best media producers out there. Honestly, they kill it. When it comes to physical media on Blu Ray and the features and the HD quality transfers, they kill it. Like, great job, Scream Factory. You guys fucking kill it every time. Thank you so much for producing this stuff. And like, you know what? I'm going to make a separate video about that. Sorry, Scream Factory. I'll make a separate video and I'm going to send it to you. Fantastic movie. I highly recommend it. Grab the Scream Factory Blu-ray. I mean, look at that cover. Look at that. Look at the fucking definition and the fucking like artwork is fantastic. Like, I love Scream Factory. I'll never stop gloating about Scream Factory. They are fantastic. I think it wasn't a box office hit, unfortunately, and it's because after the first two Halloween movies, like John Carpenter he always wanted Halloween to be a different film each time. So when he did Halloween, producers they were like, no, you got to do a Michael Myers movie, da 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 da. And so he did. Okay, I'll do Halloween 2, Michael Myers. But after that, he wanted each Halloween movie to be its own separate film. He wanted to do an anthology of films, basically, and give directors a chance to do like their own version of a Halloween movie. And unfortunately, people were, and Michael Myers is a great character. Not Saturday Night Live Michael Myers is a whole different thing. Great, funny. Mike Myers is hilarious. I'm talking Michael Myers, the William Shatner mask, killer, butcher knife, all that stuff. A great character, don't get me wrong. But people love that character so much. My buddy Scott, his favorite movie of all time is Halloween. He's got a giant Michael Myers tattoo, I think, on his arm, and it's awesome. And it's a great movie. It is a great movie. But like I said, I'm a weirdo. I like the weird horror movies. And unfortunately, it gets shit on all the time because it doesn't have Michael Myers in it. But it's a fantastic story. It's a simple story. It's not. Is it a simple story? Because you've got Stonehenge, you've got magic, you've got witchcraft, you've got robots and lasers and all kinds of stuff. It all blends together, and it does a great job blending together. And it's a ton of fun. I highly recommend it. And for those that are like diehard Michael Myers fan, are like, oh, blah blah blah. Don't see this as like Halloween 3. View it as Season of the Witch. I've told a few people, we've had this conversation before that are diehard Michael Myers fans, and I understand it. And I said, okay, here, view the film, like take all that out of your mind, sit down and watch it as Season of the Witch. And they've come back to me and they're like, you know what? The movie's actually fun. It's really good. And they're like, it's not great like Halloween. I said, that's the problem. You're comparing it to Halloween. Don't do that. View it as its own separate entity. Like I said, I'll refer to it a lot as Season of the Witch, because every time I say, oh, Halloween 3, people are like, oh, it's stupid. No, it's a great movie. Give it a chance. View it as its own film and not part of the Michael Myers Halloween lore. View it as its own film, and I guarantee you'll end up liking it. If not, hey, at least you got to have a little bit of fun. You expanded your horizons. You saw a movie that, to me, is one of my personal favorites. It's in my top 10. Thank you so much for watching these. I know these videos are not top quality production. I'm not a YouTube star in any way. This is just a fun thing for me to do. And all those that have supported me, I truly appreciate it. Like, you've all been great. And I thank you so much for that. I didn't mean to get super serious for some reason. I just did, but thank you so much for watching these videos. Oh, my score. I didn't give this a score. I'm sorry. I give this film 4.5 witches out of 5. I highly recommend you give it a chance. Thank you so much for watching these movies. I'm going to be doing a blog about how much your support means to me, so that'll be coming soon. Give all these films a chance, please. I can't stress that enough. There are films that have never been released on DVD or Blu Ray that deserve it, and for companies like Scream Factory to get the rights to these movies and release them so they have a chance to live is phenomenal. And I truly appreciate that, Scream Factory. Thank you all for watching. And remember, we truly live in a weird world, so please go out and experience it. Have a splendid day, everyone. And thank you so much for watching.